Imagine waking up one morning and the world feels off. Not broken, not chaotic, just wrong in a way you can't quite name. The sunlight outside your window flickers for a fraction of a second, like a dying bulb. A bird freezes mid-flight, suspended in the air, before snapping back into motion as if nothing happened. Your phone displays a date that shouldn't exist, and for a moment, you swear you can see the sky repeating. Most people would blame exhaustion, stress, or a trick of the mind. But what if it wasn't your mind at all? What if the universe itself was beginning to glitch? For decades, scientists have whispered about the simulation hypothesis, the idea that our universe might be an artificial construct, a cosmic program running on some unimaginable machine. It was always a philosophical toy, a thought experiment, a way to poke at the edges of reality, without expecting them to poke back. But then the anomalies began. Astronomers noticed stars flickering in patterns too precise to be natural. Quantum physicists found particles behaving as if they were being rendered only when observed. And deep in the cosmic background radiation, the oldest light in the universe, researchers detected repeating sequences, like a watermark left by the universe's creator. At first, these discoveries were dismissed. Coincidence, instrument error, misinterpretation. But the glitches kept coming. It started small. People reported déjà vu that lasted minutes instead of seconds. Entire cities experienced simultaneous power surges with no electrical cause. Animals behaved as if responding to signals humans couldn't perceive. Then came the frozen moments. Security cameras captured pedestrians pausing mid-step, cars halting in the middle of the road, raindrops hanging motionless in the air, all for exactly 0.83 seconds. Everywhere on Earth, scientists scrambled for explanations. None fit. The world was experiencing something impossible, a global lag, and with each passing day, the glitches grew bolder. The laws of physics, once the unshakable foundation of existence, began to unravel. Gravity fluctuated by tiny, measurable amounts. Time dilation effects appeared in places they shouldn't. GPS satellites drifted out of sync, as if space-time itself was warping. In laboratories, particles behaved like corrupted data. They duplicated, they vanished, they reappeared in impossible locations. It was as if the universe's code was being rewritten, or failing. And then the sky changed, not gradually, not subtly. One night, millions of people looked up and saw the stars, rearranging, constellations shifting like pixels being dragged across a screen. The universe was no longer pretending. Governments tried to hide the truth. But the glitches became too large, too frequent, too undeniable. Then, without warning, every screen on Earth, every phone, every billboard, every monitor displayed the same message: system maintenance in progress. No language, no explanation. Just those three words. For the first time in human history, the world united in fear. Were the creators fixing the simulation, upgrading it, or preparing to shut it down? Religious leaders called it divine intervention. Scientists called it proof. Billions of people simply called it the end. As the glitches intensified, reality began to peel back. People reported seeing behind objects as if textures were failing to load. Mountains flickered between geological states. The ocean froze in place, then resumed as if nothing happened. And then came the most terrifying anomaly of all, the horizon tear. A crack appeared in the sky, a thin, glowing line stretching from one end of the world to the other. Through it, you could see nothing, not darkness, not space, just the absence of existence. The simulation was collapsing, and humanity had minutes, maybe hours, before the final shutdown. But then something unexpected happened. The crack stopped growing, the glitches stabilized, and a new message appeared on every device. User input required. The simulation wasn't ending. It was asking us for what? A decision, a direction, permission to continue, or perhaps it was asking whether we wanted to remain inside the simulation at all. Humanity stood at the edge of truth, the real truth, for the first time. Were we ready to leave the only reality we had ever known, or would we choose to stay in the comforting illusion, even knowing it was a lie? The universe waited, and for the first time, we understood. We were not the characters in this simulation. We were the co-authors. If the universe is a simulation, then glitches aren't errors. They're reminders. Reminders that reality is fragile, that existence is stranger than we can. Imagine that the truth is always just one anomaly away. And maybe, just maybe, the simulation isn't breaking. Maybe it's waking up. The real question isn't whether we live in a simulation. The real question is, what will we do now that the universe knows we know?